Leighton Aspel. 2 is Stompin Blinkered for the first time, ridden by Jim Quaility. 3 Master Beveled, Russ Garrity. 4 Shankar at Grey, Mr. Robert Thornton. 5 is Edelweiss du Moulin, Richard Dunwoody. 6 Catastrophe, Xavier Iceperu. 7 is Barna Boy, ridden by Mick Fitzgerald. 8 Ashwell Boy, Brendan Powell. 9 a change of jockey here, Tragic Hero, last year's winner, ridden now by Robbie Supple. 10 is Express Gift, ridden by Peter Niven. 11 Ingletonian, ridden by Brian Story. 12 is Tom Brodie, a specialist at Newcastle, where incidentally the Grand National hero Lord Gilleen will be parading on Monday, and he's ridden by A.D. Smith. 13 is Green Desert, ridden by Jamie Osborne. 14 Northern Starlight, Tony McCoy. 5 Star Selection, Eugene Husband. 6 Nordic Breeze, Chris Maud. 17 Haydock, who was third last year, has a change of jockey, Lorcan Wire aboard Haydock now. 18 is Monnaie Forte, the recent Ascot winner, Richard McGrath. And 19 finally is Mr. RM, ridden by Carl Llewellyn, and here's how they bet.
Yes, and we see what an open race it is, with joint favourites Edelweiss du Moulin and Northern Starlight at 6 to 1, 8 Star Selection, Shankar at 9s, 10s Out of Point Ingletonian, 11s from 14s Ashwell Boy, who was the conqueror of Pridwell last time he ran, and he's of course just won our last race. So a big move there. Green Desert 11 to 1. That was the most heavily backed this morning, with Chandler's 14s to 10s then, including a bet of £8,000 each way. Barna Boy is 12s, the same price, and Monnaie Forte 14s Dream's End, last year's second and the winner from the year before. It's also 14 to 1 Stomping, Tom Brodie 16, Tragic Hero, Catastrophe, Express Gift, Nordic Breeze, Mr. RM and Haydock. 20s, most of those, 25 to 1 Haydock. Well, let's pick up on this wide open race, Skew. Absolutely 10 of them could win.
Yes, and one of the joint favourites there is a worthy sort of joint favourite.
Of course, ran on the flat only last Saturday, so he's fresh as a flea.
Fit as a flea.
Yes, yes, not fresh at all. In the cross belts there, we've got Ingletonian. Now, this one you can give a big chance to, trained in Scotland by Bruce McTaggart. Now, although he finished just behind Edelweiss du Moulin last time out in the Scottish Champion Hurdle, and also behind Monnaie Forte the time before at Kelso, he's got a big chance. He ran on strongly last time. Brian Story having a good season with 44 winners. 11th performer this. McCoy gets on very well with him, but Chris Maud's won on him too. So I don't know quite how they'll ride him. He's always been up there or chasing them. So I suppose even if we expect a fast pace today, they'll do the same. 6 to 1 joint favourite to make it 6 in a row. Not a lot of him. Tiny little horse, but his heart's big.
A sharp track. I thought he was a little bit unlucky not to finish closer at Aintree when he was third there, you see on your screen. He seemed to have a lot to do. He's usually ridden right up with the pace. Great credit to his trainer, and he will, another one that's got to be well respected, although he's got 12 stone on his back. Leighton Aspel, the jockey, claims £3, and that'll be well needed.
14 to 1 from 12s. Let's just take a check on the leaders. 6 to 1 still Northern Starlight and Edelweiss du Moulin. 7's a point in there for Star Selection. 8 to 1. In fact, half a point out now for Northern Starlight. So we have a definite favourite. Shankar, the grey horses, 8s from 9s. David Nicholson's yard. Ashwell Boy in those 4 points. 11 to 1 bar those. Well, Shankar, just there, the grey with the hoops, Robert Thornton on, ran a great race last time.
Yeah, just he's got a few quirks about him. He started slowly at Sandown, he started slowly at Aintree when he won, and he just looked as if he got to the front a little bit soon at Punchestown. With Punchestown obviously in Ireland, this is a few days later. Just the journey may have affected him, but he's a very, very good horse in his day.
Yes, that was 10 days ago, and if horses travel well, they get over in that time. Well, what about Ashwell Boy, the one with the plunge here in the betting market, the yellow, the green star there, Philip Hobbs. He was, of course, receiving a couple of stone almost from Pridwell when he beat him last time. 10 to 1 from 14s, Brendan Powell on board. They're lining up, Peter, the 19 of them for you.
Yeah, they're coming in, and they're away to a first time up. Stompin, one of the first to show over on the far side. In the centre, very prominent, is Northern Starlight, and Catastroph's right up with him too. And Northern Starlight's going to jump the first of the 8 flights in the lead from Catastrophe. Northern Starlight from Catastrophe, and follow there is Nordic Breeze. Nordic Breeze has gone at the first flight, and it's Northern Starlight, a stable companion of Nordic Breeze, who leads them. With moving up towards the near side, Star Selection. They're all over the second. No, they're not. Another faller. K-Tac has gone at the second. K-Tac has gone at the second, and also Hampered Ingletonian. But it's Northern Starlight, the leader, from Star Selection on the near side. Then comes Stompin in third. Catastrophe is next, and then Monnaie Forte, and then Master Beveled, and behind him is Tragic Hero. As they go over towards the far side, and it's a blistering pace too. Northern Starlight, the leader, from Star Selection, and on the near side, Stompin. Just in behind Stompin is Catastrophe, and then comes Monnaie Forte, then Master Beveled. Behind Master Beveled is Tragic Hero, last year's winner, and then Tom Brodie. Over the far side, Northern Starlight, the leader. Stompin going up on the inside of Star Selection. Northern Starlight at the third, jumps it in the lead from Stompin and Star Selection, and then Monnaie Forte in fourth, being chased by Catastrophe. Master Beveled on the inside, and Tragic Hero just behind him. Then comes Barn Boy, and on the inside Tom Brodie. Dream's End is getting closer. Edelweiss du Moulin also over the fourth there. A slight mistake by the leader, but he got away with it. Northern Starlight, he still leads, but he's under pressure now. With over on the far side, Star Selection. Then comes Stompin, Blinkered for the first time. Monnaie Forte, spot his white cap just in behind him. Then comes Tom Brodie as they jump the fifth. Northern Starlight jumped that beautifully and remains in the lead. From on the inside, Stompin, on the outside, Star Selection. These three, they're going to miss out the second last hurdle because of that fall earlier of Nordic Breeze, and they're racing now towards the home turn, and it looks as though they've only got 2 flights left to jump. It's been doled off, that second last flight, and Northern Starlight is still the leader. Northern Starlight from Star Selection. Then comes Stompin, making very good progress is Tom Brodie, and then comes Catastrophe, who's made ground. Mr. RM, Shankar's improving. Dream's End is trying to get in on terms, and Barn Boy's not far behind the lead. They're racing round now what would have been the second last, and it's still Northern Starlight, the leader in the Swinton from Star Selection. Here comes Mr. RM, and then Shankar and Barn Boy, and then Edelweiss du Moulin and Dream's End putting in a powerful finish as they come down towards the final flight. It's Northern Starlight, still the leader from Mr. RM on the stand side. Then comes Dream's End with a great run over on the far side as they come to the final flight. And at the last, Northern Starlight's a faller, and he's hampered Mr. RM, and it's Dream's End and Shankar fighting it out with Mr. RM on the near side. Dream's End in the centre. Mr. RM towards the near side. Dream's End is going to win it at the line. Dream's End is the winner. Mr. RM is second, and third is Shankar. Fourth was Barn Boy, and fifth was Star Selection, and behind them came Tragic Hero and Ingletonian and Express Gift, and then behind them came Green Desert, and looking right back to last, Tom Brodie, and being pulled up is Monnaie Forte, and the actual last was Ashwell Boy. And so a magnificent performance by this top weight, Dream's End. He won it in 94, was just caught in the dying strides in 96, and now he's won it in 97. First, number one, Dream's End by Rainbow Quest out of Be Easy by Be Friendly, owned by Mr. Geraint Price, trained by Peter Bowen, and ridden by Leighton Aspel. Second was number 19, Mr. RM, owned by Mr. F.J. Mills and Mr. W. Mills, trained by Nigel Twiston Davis and ridden by Carl Llewellyn. And third was number 4, Shankar, owned by International Plywood PLC, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Mr. Robert Thornton. Fourth was number 7, Barn Boy, and this is the hero of the hour, 9 years old, the oldest runner in the race, Dream's End.
Yes, as I said beforehand, this is a real rough race for jockeys. Lots of falls early because of the speed. Unfortunately, they've had to go around the second last because I think Chris Maud was hurt there. But a really exciting picture. You see the winner there, the red colours in the middle there. One or two riders, because they've had to go around that hurdle, sort of jockeying for position, struggling to get a run. Shankar and Dreams End come a little bit close there, but on the outside here, Mr. RM has run another great race.
Yes, indeed, he has. Star Selection just behind them. But just watch now as Northern Starlight, what does he do? He steps on it, goes down. I'm afraid Mr. RM goes on him, and then he actually walks over Tony McCoy there. Happily, he got up. It's quite amazing what they can get away with. But Shankar on the right of the picture, as we watch, almost looks as if he was in front there. But Dreams End is such a versatile horse, flat and jumping. What a record in this race, and well done to Peter Bowen. We keep blowing his trumpet, and rightly. Your horse, Skew, Mr. RM has run a super race off 10 stone, but the winner has carried 2 stone more under 12 stone. That was some performance, and it was a 14-1 winner. If you backed it, that was a good price. So, little Leighton Aspel, well, he's done well. He's really made a name for himself, Skew, and continues to do so.
That's right. A lot of people rate him very highly. He's taken a little bit of time to get going. I think he's attached to Josh Gifford's yard in Swindon. Gets a lot of opportunities from Josh, and a winner like this makes all the difference, doesn't it, to a jockey's career?
It certainly does, and yet again, this was a horse that Peter Bowen has got and done well with. You mentioned that Philip Hobbs had won this race with him 2 seasons ago, but to maintain form is difficult.
Yeah, and interesting about this horse is that he wins on the sharp tracks, but it's been reported, I believe, that he's had wind trouble in the past, and that's breathing problems, and the up and down hills of somewhere like Cheltenham catches him out, while the sharp tracks allows him to catch his breath and perform at his best. But noticeable about Peter Bowen's horses, they always look very, very well in their coats, and they look extremely fit. You don't see fat athletes running around Crystal Palace, you don't see fat racehorses winning races, and these horses look really well, and superb equine athletes.
A horse who is not unlike in appearance, his maternal grandsire, Be Friendly, who had his great moment, the first of his great moments at Haydock back as a 2-year-old in 1966. He's the sire of Be Easy, the dam of Dreams End, who's by Rainbow Crest. He's got a marvellous record here at Haydock, crowned by this victory.